Welcome back to Retired Pennies World, where everyday coins turn into hidden treasures and simple pocket change becomes something exciting. Today, we are taking a deep look at the 1980 United States quarter dollar with the P mint mark, meaning this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, the 1980 P quarter may appear very common, but when we explore its background, condition, and collector value, we begin to see why this modern coin still deserves attention. The 1980 P quarter is part of the Washington quarter series, one of the longest-running and most recognized coin designs in American history. By 1980, quarters were no longer made of silver and instead were produced using a copper-nickel-clad composition. Even though it contains no precious metal, this does not mean the coin is without value. In fact, many collectors today actively seek high-quality examples of clad quarters from the late 1970s and early 1980s because well-preserved coins from this era are becoming increasingly difficult to find. One interesting point about the 1980 P quarter is that it was minted during a time when large numbers of coins were produced for circulation. Because of this, most examples that people find today are heavily worn, scratched, or dull from years of use. Finding a 1980 P quarter in brilliant uncirculated condition with strong original shine in sharp details is much harder than most people realize. This is where its collector value begins to increase, as high-grade coins are far scarcer than worn ones. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of a 1980 P quarter. Collectors carefully examine Washington's hair details, the sharpness of the lettering, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Coins that have clean surfaces, no major marks, and full luster are far more desirable than coins that are damaged or heavily circulated. A professionally graded 1980 P quarter in MS65 or higher condition can sell for many times its face value. Another exciting aspect of the 1980 P quarter is the possibility of mint errors. While there is no extremely famous error tied to this year, collectors have found off-center strikes, double die effects, clipped planchets, and other minting mistakes. These errors make coins unique and much rarer than normal examples, which can significantly increase their value. Even a small visible error can turn a common quarter into a special collectible. The design of the 1980 P quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington on the front and the heraldic eagle on the back, a design that represents American strength in history. This familiar design makes the coin easy to recognize and also important for collectors who build complete Washington quarter collections by date and mint mark. For both beginners and experienced collectors, the 1980 P quarter is a perfect example of why modern coins should never be ignored. Many people believe only old silver coins are valuable, but modern clad coins like this one can be just as interesting and valuable when found in excellent condition or with mint errors. It also shows that valuable coins are not always rare because of age, but because of quality and preservation. If you have a 1980 P quarter, take time to inspect it carefully. Look at the coin under good lighting, check the edges, and examine the surfaces for any unusual marks or features. If the coin looks especially clean and shiny, consider placing it in a protective holder to preserve its condition. Never clean your coins, as cleaning can scratch the surface and greatly reduce their value. Before selling or trading any coin you believe might be valuable, it is always wise to consult a trusted coin dealer or submit the coin to a professional grading service. This ensures that you understand the true value of your coin and do not accidentally sell something special for too little.
Next up, we are focusing on a very special and historically important coin, the 1968 United States quarter dollar with the D mint mark, which means it was produced at the Denver Mint. This coin comes from a fascinating time in American coin history, just after a major change in how U.S. coins were made. The 1968 quarter is part of the Washington quarter series, but unlike older quarters, it was no longer made of silver. Starting in 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using silver for circulating quarters and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This makes the 1968 D quarter one of the early non-silver quarters, representing a major turning point in American coinage. Because of this, the 1968 D quarter holds historical importance even though it contains no silver. One very interesting thing about the 1968 D quarter is that it was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was still adjusting to new metal compositions and production techniques. Because of these changes, coins from the late 1960s sometimes show weaker strikes, surface issues, or unusual features that collectors carefully study. Finding a well-struck, clean 1968 D quarter with strong details is much harder than many people realize, which makes high-quality examples more desirable. Condition plays a very important role in the value of the 1968 D quarter. Most examples found today are heavily worn from decades of circulation. However, a coin that has never been used in circulation, with sharp details, strong original shine, and clean surfaces, can be worth significantly more than face value. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services are especially sought after and can command strong prices among collectors. Another exciting aspect of the 1968 D quarter is the possibility of mint errors. During this transitional period in U.S. coin production, errors such as off-center strikes, double die features, clipped planchets, and misaligned designs did occur. These error coins are much rarer than regular issues and are highly collectible. Even a small error can turn a simple 1968 D quarter into a valuable and fascinating piece. If you have a 1968 D quarter, it is worth taking a close look at it. Examine the coin under good lighting, check the edges, and look for any unusual features that might indicate a mint error. If the coin looks especially clean and shiny, consider placing it in a protective holder to preserve its condition. Never clean your coins, because cleaning can damage the surface and reduce their value dramatically. Before selling or trading any coin you believe might be valuable, it is always a good idea to have it evaluated by a trusted coin dealer or professional grading service. This ensures you understand the true value of your coin and do not accidentally let a special piece go for too little.
Next up, we are going to explore in depth one of the most overlooked modern coins in American circulation, the 1996 United States quarter dollar with the D mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint. Many people spend this coin without a second thought, but when we take the time to study it carefully, we discover that even a simple modern quarter can carry historical meaning and collector potential. The 1996 D quarter belongs to the famous Washington Quarter series, which first appeared in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. This design became one of the most recognized coin designs in the world and remained in circulation for decades. By 1996, this design was nearing the end of its long journey because just 3 years later, the United States Mint would launch the State Quarters program, completely changing the look of American quarters. This makes the 1996 D quarter part of the final chapter of the traditional Washington quarter era, which adds special historical importance to this coin. Unlike older quarters minted before 1965, the 1996 D quarter contains no silver. It is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, with a copper core and nickel outer layers. Even though it does not contain precious metal, this does not mean the coin is worthless or unimportant. In fact, many collectors today are shifting their focus toward modern coins, especially those from the 1990s, because truly high-quality examples are becoming harder to find as more coins enter circulation and suffer wear and damage. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1996 D quarter is its condition rarity. While millions of these coins were produced, most of them were heavily circulated, meaning they were used daily in shops, machines, and banks. Over time, this causes scratches, dull surfaces, weak details, and edge damage. Because of this, finding a 1996 D quarter in brilliant uncirculated condition with full luster, sharp strike, and clean surfaces is far more difficult than most people imagine. Coins in such condition can be worth many times their face value. Collectors carefully study the details of the 1996 D quarter to judge its quality. On the front, Washington's hair, facial features, and the sharpness of the lettering are closely examined. On the back, the eagle's feathers, wings, and chest are key areas. A coin with strong, crisp details and minimal marks is far more valuable than one with flat or blurred features. Even small differences in strike and surface quality can dramatically affect the price a collector is willing to pay. Another exciting area of collecting the 1996 D quarter involves mint errors. Although this year does not have a single famous major error known worldwide, collectors have discovered many interesting varieties such as off-center strikes, double die effects, clipped planchets, weak strikes, and misaligned designs. These errors occur during the minting process and make coins unique. An error coin is like a fingerprint. No two are exactly the same, and that uniqueness is what drives collectors' interest and value. For collectors who build complete sets, the 1996 D quarter plays an important role. Many collectors try to complete date and mint mark sets of Washington quarters, and every year and mint mark combination matters. A high-grade 1996 D quarter becomes especially valuable in such collections because it fills an essential place in the series and represents one of the last years before the big design change in American quarters. The 1996 D quarter reminds us that coin collecting is not only about very old coins or precious metals, it is also about history, design, condition, and scarcity. A modern coin like this can become a future classic, especially if preserved properly. Many coins that were once considered common later became rare simply because people did not save them in good condition. If you find a 1996 D quarter, take a moment to look at it carefully before spending it. Examine the coin under good light, tilt it to see if it has original shine, and check for any unusual features or errors. If the coin looks especially clean and sharp, consider storing it in a protective holder. This simple step can preserve its condition for years and protect its future value. Never clean your coins, because cleaning damages the surface and can drastically reduce collector value. Before selling or trading any coin you believe might be valuable, it is always wise to consult a trusted coin dealer or send the coin to a professional grading service. This ensures you receive an accurate evaluation and do not accidentally let a special coin go for too little. Knowledge and patience are two of the most powerful tools in coin collecting.
Next up, we're exploring the fascinating history of North Dakota from its early days in 1849 all the way to 2006 and how coins and currency reflect the story of this great state. North Dakota has a unique place in American history, not just because of its landscapes and culture, but also because of the rare coins and commemorative issues that celebrate its journey as a state. The story begins in 1849, when the area we now call North Dakota was part of the vast Dakota Territory. At that time, this land was mostly frontier, inhabited by Native American tribes, and European settlers were beginning to arrive in search of opportunities and new beginnings. While no coins were minted specifically for this region during that period, settlers and traders used U.S. coins such as the half-dime, large cents, and early silver coins for trade in daily life. Every coin that passed through this territory represented a connection between the local people and the growing United States economy. By 1889, North Dakota officially became the 39th state of the Union. This was a monumental moment, not just politically, but also economically. Coins now began to circulate widely throughout North Dakota, and collectors today look back at coins from the late 19th and early 20th century as pieces of history. Quarters, dimes, and silver dollars from this era are reminders of how ordinary coins were part of everyday life, from farms to small towns, connecting people to the larger nation. Over the decades, North Dakota experienced remarkable growth, from the expansion of railroads to the rise of agriculture and oil. Coins during the early to mid-20th century reflected this stability and growth. Circulating coins like the Washington quarter, Lincoln cent, and Roosevelt dime became familiar tools for trade, savings, and collecting. For collectors today, coins from these decades are not just currency, they're snapshots of the lives and economy of North Dakotans during pivotal moments in history. In 2006, North Dakota was celebrated in a unique way through the America the Beautiful Quarter program. The North Dakota State Quarter features the majestic Theodore Roosevelt National Park, representing the state's natural beauty and conservation efforts. The coin also commemorates the history of ranching and wildlife preservation, making it a highly desirable piece for collectors and coin enthusiasts. This quarter not only honors the state, but also connects modern collectors with a long history dating back to 1849. Collecting North Dakota coins, from 19th century circulation to modern commemoratives, provides a window into the state's development and its place in American history. Coins from this state tell stories of settlement, growth, agriculture, and natural preservation. Even a simple modern quarter can spark curiosity about a time long past and inspire collectors to explore history in their hands. For coin collectors, this means looking at each North Dakota quarter, dime, or older silver coin carefully. Condition matters, as high-quality examples from the late 19th and early 20th century are scarce and valuable. Even minor errors or special mint marks on these coins can dramatically increase their worth. For modern collectors, the 2006 North Dakota quarter is an essential piece for completing a state quarter collection, combining artistry, history, and value. Whether you are a seasoned coin collector or just starting your collection, North Dakota offers a rich story. From the days of the Dakota Territory in 1849 through statehood in 1889 to modern commemorative quarters, coins help us connect to the past. Every coin represents not just monetary value, but the people, events, and milestones that shaped the state over more than 150 years. Thank you for watching Retired Pennies World. If you enjoyed this deep dive into North Dakota's history and coins from 1849 to 2006, please like, subscribe, and share this video with other collectors. Remember, every coin has a story waiting to be discovered, and North Dakota's story is one of resilience, growth, and natural beauty. Keep collecting, stay curious, and I will see you in the next video.